Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Bitcoin. Your daily morning updates. We'll talk about everything that's going on with Bitcoin. I will also speak a little bit about what's going on in the markets because obviously, I mean, if you look at Bitcoin here, and this was also the expectation, but Bitcoin has been incredibly stable, right? So Bitcoin is very, dare I say, boring, which is actually good news. But obviously, I mean, the main phenomenon that we see in the markets right now, which is quite interesting, and that's it's actually a good phenomenon. Believe me or not, but for a little bit more on the medium term, long term, it's good. But what we see right here is that Bitcoin is incredibly stable, and then at the same point of time, the Bitcoin dominance is rallying, which means that altcoins are suffering, which I think a lot of you have noticed over the last day. If you watched my videos yesterday, if you watched my videos over the last couple of days, if you watched my altcoins update yesterday, you would have been prepared for this, right? I mean, we knew that Bitcoin dominance was at support. We knew that others was looking like it was going to pull back. So ultimately, is it really that bad? No. It's completely fine. And you can also take a look at others, and we found support at a major support level, and so far the structure is definitely still bullish. But it can be pretty devastating, especially if you have some leveraged positions open, or if you scaled into positions too late. It can be devastating. So hopefully most of you are not too ruined by this. Hopefully most of you are not losing money too much. Losing money in times like these, my apologies, is not the worst. Like it happens. I mean, personally, I'm also down over the last 24 hours because obviously I have exposure to the markets. But now you should just stick to the technical, stick to the higher time frames, and keep thinking. Now, Bitcoin specifically is fine. All right, Bitcoin, we're still within this balance right here between 119.5 now. Balance obviously shifts every day based on where the price moves into, and 116.8, so it's getting slightly more narrow, and that's also what you can see if we take a look at a developing value area, which means we're going to get here. It's getting a little bit more narrow, which means at some point of time we're going to break out, and I do also expect that. However, which side we're going to break out of depends a little bit on the fundamentals, and at this point of time, look, one of the main things that I've spoken about quite a lot in the last week for Bitcoin was a potential breakdown and a pullback into that main area around 114,000. But given the strength we've seen with Bitcoin, in combination with the fundamentals, because the fundamentals around the markets are actually pretty good. I mean, if you take a look at this, for example, the S&P 500 over the course of this week has continued rallying. Volatility index is making the lowest points we've seen since February 2025, and then at the same point of time we still have a very strong Coinbase Bitcoin premium, right? So I don't see why, if you combine that with the pure technical price action that we've seen from Bitcoin, I don't really see a reason why we would have a bearish breakdown unless we get some very bad news, right? I mean, if we have some sort of a major escalation between the US and the EU, maybe then we can pull back, but I think that's partially priced in as well. And I think we will bounce back after that as well. So no, for now, look, I also don't see enough momentum to tell you that we're going to get a bullish breakout today or tomorrow. But I do think it's most likely we're going to remain relatively stable here. And I have to say, based on the technical price action so far and the fundamentals, that I'd say a bullish breakout is more likely. And then it's probably going to be with the Bitcoin dominance rallying up higher. So Bitcoin is then probably going to break out while altcoins stay relatively quiet, which again is not a bad thing. But while it happens, it might suck for a bit. But those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know for now. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.